Trent Alexander-Arnold is expected to be out for around 2 months with his hamstring injury. He could miss up to 8 games for Real Madrid. Real Madrid reported this news this morning after doing the diagnosis. This is horrible news for Madrid, especially considering the fact that Dani Carvajal got a red card yesterday. So in the Champions League, at right back, Real Madrid are handicapped. Now, as a Liverpool fan, I am not surprised. Trent Alexander-Arnold has always had a bad injury record. If you look at his injury record above me right now, he has had an injury for a prolonged period every single season. Liverpool fans always used to be ready for this. And my biggest worry for Trent is that I've seen this pattern in players that did well at a young age. For instance, Mason Mount and recently Bukayo Saka. Because these are not impact injuries. These are muscle injuries. Hamstring is not impact injury. He tore his ligament, his lateral knee ligament. Then he had his ankle issues. Yes, Trent has his ankle issues too as well. And he had muscle problems. So if you look at this injury record, it's muscle problems mostly. Hamstring is also a muscle problem. That is my biggest fear of these players that start doing well at the age of 18. Can they take it into their later years like the likes of Mohamed Salah, even Messi and Ronaldo, those 31, Lewandowski? That is one advantage I think that Dembele might have had. In this, he's struggling in the early years and now doing well at the age of 27. You can see his injuries have faded away. They have tailed off. But Trent Alexander-Arnold right now, I think these injuries will be reoccurring. And I think his minutes will have to be managed properly. That is the same thing I've been saying with Bukayo Saka. That is why when I saw Barcelona were posting that Lamine Yamal has had 100 appearances for them, I was impressed. But then the overwhelming feeling was a feeling of worry. I was worried. I'm not happy that a player that has not even reached the age of 18 as at that time has played 100 games. I think he might be reaching almost 200 now for club and country. It worries me. Yes, he's doing so well. But then, can his legs take it? He's still a human being. That is why I always say one of the biggest lucks and biggest fortunes that Ronaldo and Messi had was their injury record. And they didn't even start as early as Yaman. They didn't even start as early as Trent too. Playing regular first team football. They were kind of eased into it. Yes, it was still abnormal than other players, especially Messi, who was playing at Barca at a higher level from a young age. But it was still not at the level of Yamal. So will these players fall off at an early stage? Can they take it into their later years, the 30s, the late 20s? That is my worry. Bad news for Real Madrid. Let's see how they will survive. I don't know who will play their right back now. In the Champions League, I think Valverde will have to play at right back. And the good thing is that Bellingham is back, so he will fill in that midfield. And we'll see a midfield of Tchouameni, Bellingham and Goulet. And Valverde will have to go to right back. That is just what it is for Real Madrid.